Running a farm is no easy job. It requires long hours, physical labor, and an unbreakable connection to the land. For Croatian farmer Dava Bovic, that connection was tested every Sunday when shoppers from nearby Zagreb flooded into his small village of Javac for the local flea market and treated his farmland like a parking lot. Bovic depends on his land's mineral-rich soil to grow crops. But every week, the same problem arose. Careless marketgoers parked their cars on his fields without permission. Despite his repeated requests and warnings, the situation didn't improve. In fact, it got worse. His farm is located directly across from the market's main lot. When that filled up, people simply helped themselves to his land. Most assumed it wasn't a big deal, just a few hours of parking, but to Bovic it was a serious threat. Soil contamination from car fluids like oil and antifreeze can damage farmland, and with a major landfill nearby already leaching toxic chemicals into the ground, his crops were at risk. At first, Bovic tried to stay polite, hoping people would respect his wishes. But after being ignored time and time again, he decided it was time for action. One Sunday, just like any other, his field filled with parked cars. That's when Bovic fired up his red tractor and began plowing the field. At first, no one thought much of it, just a farmer doing his work. But as he carefully turned the soil around the cars, it became clear something unusual was happening. He wasn't planting, he was trapping the cars. When shoppers returned from the market, they found their vehicles stuck in freshly plowed, soft soil. Tires spun helplessly. Panic set in. One woman in a silver Peugeot tried everything: forward, reverse, turning left and right, but the car only sank deeper. Even the police, who were called to the scene, couldn't help her. When officers arrived, they questioned Bovic. But after confirming it was indeed his private property, they found he'd broken no laws. He had every right to plow his land and protect it. He hadn't damaged the cars, just made a point. The officers left without giving him so much as a warning. Eventually, Bovic showed mercy. He used his tractor to flatten the land around the woman's car, allowing her to escape. She likely wouldn't make the same mistake again. The incident was captured on video and quickly went viral online. Thousands of viewers cheered him on. One person wrote, "Good that you taught them a lesson." Others suggested he could have turned the problem into profit by charging for parking. But for Bovic, it wasn't about money. It was about protecting his livelihood and the soil he depends on. Some critics said he should have posted more signs, but most supported his peaceful, clever solution. "These cars are ruining the aggregate of the soil," one commenter noted, "and the toxins from the cars can leach into the ground." With a landfill already threatening his land, Bovic couldn't afford to risk more damage every weekend. His bold move sent a message that went far beyond his village: respect the land or face the consequences.